homemade fried pickles. Homemade fried pickles, Grandma's recipe. Homemade fried pickles, yum, yum. So this is the finished product of fried pickles, and I normally serve them with ranch dressing, and they are so, so delicious, so inexpensive to make. A jar of pickles probably costs about $1, and that's about it. And a little bit of flour, a little bit of cornmeal, and a little bit of oil, and that's it. And you have a wonderful, wonderful appetizer. Some people eat them as a meal. I just love them. Grandma's porch, a place to relax, a place to enjoy. Come visit Grandma's porch. Homemade fried pickles. Hello, y'all. I'm Diana Brienne. Well, I'm in from my 5-mile run, as y'all saw me out there in the windy wind, and it ended up not being quite as windy when I got home, and it did not torrential downpour. It was just a light drizzle, but I was concerned that maybe I'd get stuck way out there, and I didn't want to be stuck out there if it was going to come down really hard and heavy. So I came home and I am back here, and I think I'm going to make some fried pickles. So hang on and stay tuned. Homemade fried pickles, Southern style. Well, we are having a really, really windy day today, but I think I'm going to go out and chance it and run anyhow. Oh no, I love to run. I run each and every day, and yet it is really, 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 really windy. So I'll see. I may not go all that far. I don't know yet. I really don't. So we'll see. And it is really, really, really windy. So we'll see how far I go. I just hope I don't get caught in a rainstorm. But it said like 15% chance of scattered rain. So I'm hoping that it's just wind. And so I'm out here running. And it's really nice to run. I mean, it feels great. I think it'll feel better on the way back if it doesn't rain, because the wind will push me home. Friends mentioned this morning on her live stream about knocking on doors, and she was just using it, I think, figuratively. But I got to thinking about how sometimes in life we just really need to knock on doors until one of the right doors open. But we want to knock on the right doors, not the wrong doors. And you know, you knock on the wrong door, it could open. So you want to make sure that you're knocking only on the doors specifically that are right for your life. But sometimes we have to knock on a lot of doors, and a lot of people don't want to do that. A lot of people just want you, things to come to them, and often things don't just go to them. We have to go to it. We have to knock on a lot of doors. Love is that whether a person will inconvenience themselves for you, and I'm not saying all the time to inconvenience, but I am saying that some of the time, you know, people should inconvenience themselves for other people, especially if it's important. And some people won't. I know one person who absolutely will not inconvenience herself at all for anybody, and she's kind of an unhappy person. I have decided to turn around. I started to feel some raindrops. Normally that would not bother me, but because of all the wind and everything, I think I'm just going to go home. So I did total, it'll be about 2.5 miles instead of 5 miles, and that's okay. But you know, I don't want to get caught in a torrential downpour. I don't mind raindrops. I don't even mind a light rain. But, you know, I think probably, you know, I'll just go home and hopefully, you know, hopefully I get home before it really, really rains. So I've been stuck out here in rainstorms before, and, you know, so it's not the first time, okay? And yet, you know, you kind of want to time it so that you don't get stuck out here. So even though I didn't get my full 5 miles in, I still did pretty good. I'm almost home. I've got to go through the woods yet, but it's sprinkling and windy, but no torrential downpour, and that's what I was concerned about. I mean, I could have run in this kind of weather, but I didn't want to take any chance because, as you can see, the clouds are pretty dark. And so I think I'm just going to go home. Well, you know, I could have finished this, you know, the full 5 miles, but I didn't. And kind of disappointed that I didn't finish the full 5 miles, but I just did not want to take the chance, you know. And so I'll hopefully do one tomorrow. You know, I run 5 miles every day at 63 years old. So I'm good to go. You know, I got to thinking today about my first Christmas together. Well, actually it was my second. Well, my first actually in person with my husband, Christmas together. And we had a real tree. I made homemade Christmas decorations when he was traveling on a trip. And I still have those Christmas decorations handmade today. And I put them up every year. And I absolutely, I remember we played Homecoming Christmas, I think, which was a beautiful song. And we had the fireplace going, and lots of food, and his family had come down around Thanksgiving, his mom and dad. And so we actually I put up the tree before they got there. And so we had the tree up actually from before Thanksgiving on. And it's just a wonderful, wonderful memory that I absolutely love and remember. And the house that we lived in, which we owned, was about an hour from here. And periodically I still go back, drive past it, and just kind of reminisce, you know, about when we were first married, which was wonderful. Well, I'm almost home. Almost home. You know, I think in life, I'm a person who takes a lot of chances, but they're calculated and they're wise chances. And I don't mind, like I said, running in the rain, but I don't want to get caught into a great big storm. 2.5 miles out and then have 2.5 miles to run home. And I've had that happen. So I prefer just to, you know, actually, you know, come home before it starts raining. Well, we are home to Grandma's porch. Welcome, welcome. Homemade fried pickles. Hello, y'all. I'm Diana Brienne. Well, I'm in from my 5-mile run, as y'all saw me out there in the windy wind, and it ended up not being quite as windy when I got home, and it did not torrential downpour. It was just a light drizzle, but I was concerned that maybe I'd get stuck way out there, and I didn't want to be stuck out there if it was going to come down really hard and heavy. So I came home and I am back here, and I think I'm going to make some fried pickles. So hang on and stay tuned. Homemade fried pickles, Southern style. Grandma's Southern homemade fried pickles. Hello, y'all. I'm Diana Brienne. I know many of you have probably never heard of fried pickles, but I grew up with them. I love fried green tomatoes. Those are my favorite, but my second favorite is fried pickles. And so I'm going to show you how to make fried pickles, okay? Well, first of all, I have my little frying pan. It's a tiny little cast iron frying pan, which you can really use any kind of fry pan pretty much, with a little bit of oil in it. And the flour is a combination of cornmeal and flour. And I'm going to dip each wet pickle. It's a pickle chip. You can make all kinds of pickles. I mean, you don't have to necessarily use pickle chips. I just think that they cook up so much easier and better. And so sometimes I'll have sweet pickles, and sometimes I'll have dill pickles, but they're both great. And served with a like a ranch dressing. Oh my goodness. They are so yummy. So I'm going to start to show you how I make them. I dip the pickles into the cornmeal flour mix, and then I'll put them in the little cast iron frying pan here. Now, as you can see, I have them coated really good on both sides of the pickle for the most part, and now I'm going to put them in the frying pan. You can see that there's only a few pickles in here, and the reason I like to use a small frying pan instead of trying to fry them all up at once is because often I can't flip them quick enough and they end up burning. So with a little fry pan with a few pickles in there at a time, usually it doesn't, I can get to them real quick before they burn, and so that they're just nice and golden and brown. Now you can see that I just flipped them, and you know, I flip them kind of back and forth a couple times just to make sure that they're not going to burn and that they'll just end up being nice and golden brown. And like I said, the reason I do just a few at a time is just because I don't want them to burn. I just want them nice. And so I make a big mixture of them over here, and then I come over here and I have my little plate sitting there so I can put them on there. And these are so good. I grew up with fried pickles. So what I do next is, as I pull them out, and I just put another batch in there, and as I pull them out, I put them on a paper towel so that it kind of drains the oil off. And I love to eat them when they're hot. So usually I won't wait but a minute to start eating them, but I want to kind of wait here so that you all see them as they come out. And they're so easy to make. You just use a regular jar of pickles of, your choice, and some flour and some cornmeal. You dip them in there while the pickle's still kind of wet from its juices, and then you just put it in there carefully because, oil splatters, so you got to be careful. And I just love fried pickles. It's a southern thing, and some of the restaurants serve them down here. I live in the South, and so some of the restaurants do serve them. And I mean, every time I find a restaurant that cooks them, I have them. I just love them. And so I thought I'd just come on here and, do something really simple today, like fried pickles. And I am not a cooking channel, so I don't go through all the steps like most, like a cooking channel would. But I just wanted to show you what I love, one of my favorite foods, which is fried pickles. And like I said, any opportunity that I get when we go out, I get fried pickles if they have them. And like I said, I grew up on them, and then I didn't have them for a long time. And then one day, my husband and our 3 children were taking a drive. We were living in Texas at the time, so we were somewhere in Texas, and we stopped at a restaurant we hadn't been to before, and they had fried pickles, and oh my gosh, except those pickles were like whole pickles. I don't know how they were able to cook them inside, but they were so awesome. So I'm going to go have me some fried pickles. I hope you enjoyed my video. Please like, share, subscribe, and tell all of your friends about it. So from my fried pickles to wherever you're at, may God bless you, and I hope to talk to you soon again. Bye-bye. So here's the end product of my fried pickles. I hope you enjoyed this video about fried pickles. You probably never even heard of them before, so now you have. place to relax and a place to enjoy. Grandma's room.